Hello friends and family, welcome to Homepage Inspiration Diaries. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do, and if you are a returning subscriber, big up as we grow together. Today I want to talk about something or some plant that most of us have come across but never knew how beneficial it was to our livestock, Azolla, and basically Azolla farming. It is an aquatic plant or free-floating fern consisting of short stems with roots which hang down in water. It's also a kind of green fodder grown on water surface. It resembles duckweed and some mosses. Floats like a carpet or compact green mass growing exponentially due to favorable climatic conditions. There are two types of Azolla. We have the small-leaved Azolla and the giant-leaved Azolla, and both have the same multiplication rate or doubles every 48 hours. They can be grown on any water surface, and they grow and split almost 10 times, and some say it doubles its biomass in every 5 to 6 days. Now, here is the reason why Azolla is becoming more popular. Azolla has many nutritional benefits, and also it has other agronomic importance as compared to other fodders, as I will later on discuss. It is rich in crude protein of about 26 to 30 or 22 to 25% depending on how you nurture them. It also consists of zinc, calcium, vitamins, and other trace minerals, as our laboratories have proved. It's a perfect natural protein substrate organically raised to feed livestock without compromising quality. Azolla cultivation. Azolla can be cultivated in ponds, basins, dams with dam liners, vertical arrangement method of water holding bodies, or basically anywhere that water can be held, including the HDPE. That is the high density polyethylene. Now, it drastically increases milk production in both cows and goats, increases egg production in poultry, shows signs of weight gain in pigs and fish, and drastically reduces the production cost. It can be cultivated in modified water bodies, like the HDPE ponds, or sometimes the dams that are blessed with dam liners. Azolla needs sunlight for photosynthesis, though not direct sunlight as in most cases. The water bodies should at least be 5-inch depth, whereby the more depth you will have, the more nutrients the plant will require for it to thrive. Now, water pH should be at least 5 to 7, that is in normal conditions. Now, the acidity and alkalinity of the water or the nutrients will have a negative impact on the Azolla. It is advisable to use manure, especially dry cow dung, so as the Azolla doesn't lack where to get nutrients while on water. Now, growing the Azolla. Growing Azolla is very simple. Here are some of the things we will need. Number 1, we will need a water body of our desirable size and shape, and also depth, preferably under a light shade. Number 2, we will need a starter culture or seedlings, just enough to give us a desirable amount of harvest by the time we want to harvest. Number 3, we will need nutrient source. These we will get from dry cow dung, that is commonly and easily accessible, and I think also goat dung and rabbit dung can do. And what we need to note is that we do not need to use wet cow dung or wet vermicompost or synthetic manure because of the acidity in them, or else we have to use the right quantity for us not to get negative results. Number 4, we need to ensure that our project is safely positioned to avoid frogs or other crawling insects from getting in our ponds with either surrounding with a net. Now, the dry cow dung is placed in a sack, or the dry nutrient provision is placed in a sack with holes, in that when we immerse in water, the nutrients are released slowly, and therefore we shall not have any residue of our nutrient source floating on the water by the time we come to harvest the Azolla. We will do this for the next 2 weeks. The cow dung is placed in a sack so as not to interfere with our harvest. Avoid synthetic fertilizers since we encourage organic farming. Clean the pond after 6 to 8 months and restock the water if it is in a modified water body. Lastly, harvesting and feeding. Usually Azolla will be ready after 5 to 7 days, but then this will depend on the conditions provided by the farmer. Clean the Azolla with fresh water to clear the cow dung smell and probably some of the residues that come along with the harvesting method. It can be harvested daily after its full growth. Now, harvested Azolla can be fed directly and or mixed with commercial feeds and other nutrients, then fed to livestock. You can also mix Azolla with concentrates for experimental and good results. I hope you have learned something. Help me reach this video to more farmers by sharing and liking the video. Give your comments and thoughts for response. I treasure your support.